Okay, today we're going to build a SDCS Gundam, or what they call the cross silhouette version of the SD. So this is the Zeta, and what's this cross silhouette mean? It has two forms. You can actually get this one, which is called a cross silhouette white frame. There's a white frame, there's a gray frame, depending on which kit you have. You need to pair it up with this. So what it does, it actually creates a different look or height for the SD. So you only be able to do it on a cross silhouette type Gundam. So let's have a look. Let's open this one first. It's pretty simple. Right? You can see all the different, it's like a frame, right? So it's an inner frame that will allow SD to be elevated to make it a little taller and look a little bit more aggressive looking. So more like a, if you like the new, like the MGSD, you can see there, this is the frame that you will be able to then attach the pieces onto the frame to make it a little taller, as I mentioned. So the white frame works for the Zeta, it works for the RX-78 too as well, and that's why I'm using this. This is the first time for me to build SDCS kit, and then this is, let's have a look at what's inside the Zeta box. Yeah, as usual, it's actually a essentially a SD kit. It's just that it has the ability to be fitted together with the cross silhouette frame or CS frame to give it that elevated look. Yeah, and these are all the runners, you can see, pretty simple. And then you can see that's the Zeta Gundam. Then inside here it will have the manual that teaches you, okay, let's say you're assembling only using the SD frame, which means direct fit, you follow the top. If you're going to add the CS frame, then you follow the bottom. You can see here he's a little shorter like the SD, and then here a little taller. So this is what the SDCS frame will enable you to create once you add it in. Okay, so then that's the manual. So I believe this is the one with the frame, and then you can see here it's a little shorter, that's the SD version. So we're going to build this guy here next. All right, let's start building the guy. Okay, so the CS frame, SD frame, white frame has been, it's very easy, it's just one runner. Even comes with a head, I think resembling the gun cannon, if I'm not mistaken. So let's put it together. The other thing is on this part for the head, there is another attachment here. You can use this one that is in here, or this one, which is I think a bit longer. See, this one, pull it out, is straight. This one has this box on the top, I think, to extend the length of the neck. But I'll go with this one first. Let's go ahead, put the guy together. And then the legs to the waist. Very interesting. Yes, now you give a SD kit a frame to attach on, so you make him a little taller. See, here you go. So that's the frame of the white frame of the SDCS version. Okay, so now I'm going to build the Zeta and then attach it to this frame to give it that look. All right. Okay, I've assembled the guy, so I'm going to put him together. This is most of the parts, and this is with the without this frame yet. So just wanted to show you the size. Unfortunately, during the assembly of the head, I broke this part here. So later on, depending on whether I'm going to paint this kit or not, I have to glue this part together. But yeah, for now, let's just let it sit as so. So that's the body. Very cute, very nice. The blue is a very nice bright, I think it's cobalt blue, I'm not mistaken, or ultramarine blue. Let's put the hands together. It's just like building any SD kit, right? Then that's the waist. Yeah, let's pop it in. Very few parts, very easy to assemble. And then the legs, then they just plop in easily. That with this SD kits, the restriction of the legs are a little bit restricted, if you like, because of this simple ball joint, right? I'm gonna see with the SD frame how it changes. Then the back gets these parts. Now, a lot of these parts still require the sticker. That's another problem with the SD kits. But yeah, it is what it is, right? A lot of parts do not get its own pieces, so you use the stickers to define the other portions, as opposed to, let's say, even HG kits, let alone the MG kits. MG kits definitely get more color separation or part separation. So this one will require a lot of these parts to be red parts to be stuck onto here. Yeah. Then yeah, the head, I have to just plop it in here until I decide what I want to do. But yeah, it's, you see, it's not stable. And the other thing is also just to show you, on the other side it has this other cartoonish anime type eyes, but I always prefer the regular type eyes. Okay, so that sits, you have to sit in here at the moment and just balance it off. Not the best, but yeah, it can be easily fixed by just glue. So those guys, just for you guys who are familiar with parts broken or not sitting well, that's the way we fix it with a lot of usually with glue. Okay, so I'm not too worried about that later on. But yeah, it doesn't sit so well, but yeah. Then it's got this shield, the Zeta shield goes in here, and then the gun or the rifle, simple one, it's just one piece, that will sit on this right arm here, like so. So yeah, then obviously you have the saber as well. Saber comes in just one color. So yeah, this is the Zeta SDCS Zeta with its original frame that comes with the kit. So the next thing I'm going to do is obviously transfer the kit, which is the original intention, onto this frame. That's what I'm going to do next. All right. Okay, so I've successfully transferred the SD parts of the Zeta onto the CS frame. Okay, so let's put the guy together. And what I did here was put some blue tack actually to hold this part together, so it's easier to connect. So let's start with the arms. Yeah, and oops, this one is, yep, sorry. See, and then the waist. You can see quite quickly that he's a bit taller with this new CS frame being installed onto the guy. See, you can see straight away. Yeah, he's a lot more taller, looks a bit better. Yeah, not as tall as I would say a MGSD, but yeah, just give him a little bit of elevation to the height and the overall look of the SD kit now. So all this is the same, just attach it back. Yeah, and then the shield. I wish I could show you a direct comparison between the SD and with the CS, with the new frame height comparison, but unfortunately I don't have 2 units of this. But you can see it's really nice that you put when you install the new frame onto the SDCS kit of this Zeta. So here is just a comparison. So you see, you can get the old frame back. You can see it's so much shorter, and then the guy. So if you do just like a comparison here, obviously not in not really in proportion, but you can see there is quite a huge difference between the two. Right. I'll just bring in one of these SD kits I have of the RX78. This is the EX version, and you can see the comparison in terms of the height. You can see this is like more equivalent to this, right, in this sense, right? And then I have here an example of a MGSD wing as well, so you can see the differences in the size of these two. Yeah, it's the MGSD is still significantly a lot taller than with the new frame. Yeah, so anyway, this is just a comparison that you can see. Sorry, it won't be able to fit there, but like that, of the few SD kits MGSD with this wing, yeah, and then the SDCS Zeta, which we just built. This is the EXSD, and then this is the leftover frame from the original SD Zeta. Okay, so hope that this video has been gives you an idea of how the SDCS kits look like once they are built. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm just going to decide whether I'm going to paint, likely going to paint this later on, so that's why I haven't put in the stickers, etc, etc. So overall, I'm very happy with this kit. Unfortunately, like I said, the head connector to the helmet, eyes to the helmet broke, but that's okay. Even a blue tack fixes it quite easily. All right, thanks for watching, guys. All right, so I've propped the SDCS Gundam, Zeta Gundam, up onto the action base just to have a look. And actually, if you look at it, it has a little bit better, slightly better articulation, because you get to bend the limbs a little bit, the leg especially, as compared to when you have the regular frame of the SD in it. Yeah, so yeah, overall quite a nice build. And this is my first SDCS kit that I've built. I have a few more, but oops, overall a very nice little guy here. Yeah, so highly recommend that if you ever get a SDCS kit, to actually get the frame. That's basically the difference between an SDCS kit and a normal SD or BB kit. BB kits are, I think, even smaller, even lower, compared to SDs. Yeah, so this gives you a glimpse or a view of how a SDCS kit is, and I always wanted the SDCS Zeta. All right, anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this video has been useful to you. See you later, guys. Thanks.